There was once an old fisherman who, in over 40 years of fishing, never caught a fish. Because of this, he was forced to live, with his wife, in a miserable little hovel close by the sea. But though they were very, very poor, he was very, very happy. But being so very, very poor made his wife very, very unhappy.
No money, no food, no nothing. Just a kooky husband.
Then, one day, as the fisherman sat mending his nets...
Oh, alas, poor husband, you must surely be addle-headed.
Why do you say that?
Why else would you be so happy when we're so poor?
Yeah, it does seem kind of silly, doesn't it? But you just wait. Someday I'm going to catch a fish, and then things will be different.
The old fisherman didn't know it then, but things were to be very different very soon. For the next day, when he hauled in his net...
Wow, I finally did it. I caught a fish. I caught a fish.
Yes, it was a fine, big fish. And a most unusual fish, to say the least, for it spoke to him.
How do you do?
Oh, hello there. You know, you're the very first fish I ever... What'd you say?
I said, how do you do?
Oh, come on. You can't say that.
Why not?
Well, because fish can't talk, that's why.
But I can, and I'm asking you, please, let me go.
The fish pleaded so hard, and the fisherman was so shocked at hearing the fish talk that he did let him go. Then that evening, when he returned to his hovel...
Catch any fish?
Yeah, nice big fat one, but I let him go.
Let him go? Why?
He asked me to.
Oh, well, as long as he... What? The fish asked you to let him go?
Yeah.
Certain now that her poor husband was more addle-headed than ever, the wife wrapped hot towels around the fisherman's head and gave him a bitter medicine that was guaranteed to clear even the most clouded mind.
Oh, a talking fish indeed.
Look, he did talk to me, and I can prove it.
Early the next morning, the fisherman returned to the spot where he had caught the fish and called out loudly,
"Talking fishy in the sea, please come up and talk to me."
With that, the big fish returned to the surface and said,
You called?
Yeah, my wife thinks I'm addle-headed because I heard you talk. Please come home with me so I can prove you do.
Very well. You did me a favor, so I shall return it. Let's go.
The fisherman quickly took the fish back to his hovel, but his wife was nowhere to be seen. So he put the fish into their bed to keep him warm and set off in search of her. A short time later, the wife, who had been out collecting seashells by the seashore, returned, and seeing what she thought to be her husband in the bed...
Lazy lout, what are you doing in bed? You should be out fishing.
I beg your pardon, madam, but I am not your husband. I am really...
A talking fish.
That is correct, madam.
Eek!
The poor woman's hair stood on end. Then, 2 hours later, when the fisherman finally coaxed his wife down off of the roof...
Yeah, now you see, dear, the fish did talk.
Okay, but get him out of here.
Ah, but the fish, who, of course, had never been in a soft, warm bed before, liked it so much that he said...
Oh, please don't throw me back into that cold, old ocean. Let me stay.
No, I refuse to have a talking fish in my bed.
Oh, let me stay. I will grant you 3 wishes.
Oh, boy, 3 wishes. Hey, that could make us rich.
The wife was delighted at the prospect of being rich and agreed to let the fish stay. Then they set about the task of making their first wish.
Now, a talking fish is something you don't see every day. So, why don't we wish for a big theater so we can make people pay to hear him?
So be it, number 1.
The wish was granted, and they suddenly found themselves owners of the largest theater in the village.
Now what?
That's easy. Now we've got to wish for lots of tickets to sell.
So be it. Number 2.
The wish was granted, and they now had thousands of tickets. Everyone in the country wanted to hear the talking fish, so in no time at all, every ticket was sold.
Oh, boy, look at the money. Oh, we're rich at last. We still have another wish coming, so let's use it.
For what?
Who cares? Anything.
No, we better save it.
He's right. After all, it is your last wish.
Now, you stay out of this. Let's use it.
Save it.
But I think
Use it.
Save it.
Use it. I wish you'd shut up.
So be it. Number 3.
Oops, I goofed.
The third and last wish was granted, and the fish was never to speak again. Of course, the audience demanded their money back, and the fisherman and his wife were run out of town as frauds. Poor, once again, they returned to their hovel, where several days later, a strange thing happened. For a small cat wearing boots approached them, and,
Howdy!
That cat! It talked!
Right. You see, I'm...
But before the little cat in the boots could continue, the fisherman and his wife tied a gag around his mouth, and he could not say another word. Which is just as well, dear friends, for Puss in Boots is another story.